Hey, YouTube. So I wanted to post this video because I haven't posted a video in a while and I've been wanting to post a video. I'm driving right now to the grocery store. But there's two things I wanted to talk about real quick. And the first thing was, you know what? I'm gonna make two videos. So I'm gonna just talk about what's on my mind right this second. And the other video I'm gonna post is about this whole what's her name, Carlee Russell case that I have been following all week long. So I'm gonna do a different video about that. But right now, the video that I want to post right now is and I want to cry, and sometimes I'm such a baby. You know, people look at you crying as a weakness, and I don't think that. I really don't think that. I think that when us as people as adults, regardless if it's a woman or a man, when we cry, this lets you know you're human. This lets you know you have a conscience, that you are living life, that we are in touch, okay? And it's real out here, okay? It is fucking real out here. So I just ran a damn light, but I ain't feel like waiting for that damn light any goddamn way. That fucking long ass light. Yo, y'all ever be driving in a familiar area and you just know a specific traffic light is long as hell, and it be long for no goddamn reason? That damn light is long for no reason, I swear. But anyway, I get so emotional about stuff. I seen this girl, and I think I posted a video briefly touching on, listen, I am a young lady who used to have a drug problem, okay? I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of that, and I used to be early on in my recovery. I used to be ashamed of that, but today that makes me stronger, because that is the ultimate fight for a lot of people. It is hard. And I was just thinking about how, like, back in the early 2000s, I mean, you could go to the hospital for a back pain, a toothache, and before we knew what the fuck Percocets did to us, they were giving people Percocets like candy. And this was a fucking concentrated effort for especially our community, the black community, to really drug people the fuck out and have people really strung out. And people didn't know back in the early 2000s what these medications were, that, like, you, if you go to the emergency room or go to your doctor for something, what they were giving you. People just knew that it was this new medication a lot of people were starting to get, and they were taking it as prescribed from the doctors, because this is my situation, what started my problem. It was prescribed to me from my doctor, and before you even knew it was a problem, it was a problem, okay? And like I said, I'm not a fucking ashamed to say that, because I'm not the only person in this world that has went through this, and it was very hard, okay? It's something that you will deal with for the rest of your life. Have those triggers, because just life in general, you know, causes people to go through different stresses, different ups and downs. But that kind of is just briefly what I wanted to touch on. Just giving background of me being able to relate and understand what I'm saying here, because I was coming out of a place that I had to stop to handle some business and submit some documents, and I just seen a young lady. I know she's younger than me, but I remember years back, I haven't seen her in a long time. Years back, I would see her just around the hood, just around and stuff. And I remember her being a young lady. She was very beautiful girl. I think she always was a little bit off or whatever, but she looked normal. Just anybody that you see, you don't really know them, but you might see them around every now and then. Just a typical person. And like I said, I'm coming out of this place of business, and I see this girl. And as soon as I seen her, I was like, oh my God, I remember you. Honey, this girl looked terrible. Terrible. She's walking with her clothes hanging off of her. She don't have no shoes on. Her hair is a mess. I know she's younger than me, and I'm almost 40. And she, when I looked her in her face, she looks 10 years older than me. And I know she's younger than me. And I literally just got in the car and teared up, and I want to cry because she's not the only person that I have seen. And let me remind you, I rarely am out and about. I mean, if a person sees me, they're running into me, like right now at the grocery store. If I'm going to the store real quick to grab household stuff, you're going to see me in bypassing. I'm not out in these streets doing any goddamn thing. I go to work and I go home, okay? So I rarely get to see people. So when I do, if I'm out and I run into somebody that I haven't seen in a long time, or I don't know, I like to speak and say hi or whatever. But this girl, when I see her, she look out of it. She look like she don't know. Let me see if I can put this right here. I can't. She look like she don't know herself from a goddamn can of paint. I mean, this is crazy. This is an epidemic. This is terrible. And I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so happy that I have been able to overcome the drug problem that I had. I'm so happy that I have all my children with me. I'm so happy that my children, and listen, I'm a typical mom. I'm nobody special. I am not rich. I struggle like everybody else. I am like paycheck to fucking paycheck. Okay? My kids get on my goddamn nerves too. Every day I'm yelling at somebody for something. But it warms my heart that my children can reach out to me and say, Mom, I need this. Mom, can you buy me this? Mom, can you take me here? Mom. That's my job. That's part of my job. And a lot of these young girls nowadays are being strung out on drugs. They're roaming the streets. I'm listening to the music. I just turned my music off before I put the camera on because I'm like, this fucking song. And this ain't no, I'm not trying to drag nobody. I'm not here to knock nobody's hustle, because I'm pretty sure this girl that just came out with this Pound Town song, she's probably blessed right now, or feels blessed right now, because she's probably in a better place. I guess she got a record deal. But this fucking song, I despise this song. I don't want to listen to it when I hear it. It degrades us as black women. All of us, this is not who we are. I am not walking around talking about any of my motherfucking body parts and what my body parts look like, okay? And I think a lot of people that are not familiar with the black community, this is how they view black women. Like, I literally was just crying. I really was. And that's why I had to record this, because when I seen the girl, I was like, oh my God. She's the second girl that, it was another girl like a month or so ago I had seen. And I was driving, and I don't know where I was coming from or where I was going, but I'm driving, and it was a highway, like a 2-lane highway. No, 4-lane. 2 going one way, the other 2 going the opposite way. When I seen this girl, she was standing on the fucking, in the medium, on the lines that split the 2 directions of traffic. And I slowed down. So as I'm going past her, I looked at her and I recognized her. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with her? I couldn't believe it. And then she looked crazy and out of it and weird. It was a hot, humid ass day. So she looked very sweaty and hot, but she didn't look well. What the fuck is you standing in the middle of the goddamn highway for? And this specific street I was on is a very busy street, you know. So I knew once as I'm riding past her and I recognized her, I said, oh, something's wrong. Something's wrong. These girls are younger girls. They're not people that I ever associated with or that I know personally. They're just people that I know from being around, from the hood, just being around where I previously used to live. I just pray that this generation, I'm so scared for my children. I'm scared for my children. I try to talk to all my kids how important, and I tell them because they were younger when I went through my drug problem, and I try to remind them what they do remember. I don't want you to follow in my footsteps. I don't want you to do and have to go through what I went through. It is a struggle. It is hard. You have to really inside, really deep inside, gotta want to be better and want to get rid of that habit and that problem. If you don't want it, you're never going to get off of it. And I try to stress this to my kids all the time. We talk about drug problems. We talk about being safe and the kidnapping. And this is another reason why I want to do another post about this whole Carlee Russell situation, because that had me crying too. I swear I'm a big baby sometime, but don't get me twisted, bitch. I will fucking cuss a bitch out, okay? But I'm very sensitive and I get emotional about things. I'm noticing the older that I get emotional about stuff, especially something that I feel so passionate about or that is just something important and concerning. I'm Gary running to the store, but I just cannot believe how this girl looked that I just seen. It saddens me. And even when I looked in her face and I was like, I remember you. She didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. She just looked past me, almost like she was looking through me. And I just kept going. And when I got to my car door, I just looked back and I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, what is happening? I'm so glad that I moved from the area that I used to live in. I'm so glad. I am so blessed. I think I'm so grateful. So much gratitude. I feel so blessed that I was able to be in the situation that I'm in right now. And that I'm in a better place. Because there's so many young girls out here right now that are struggling and need help. I know that girl that I just seen has children. I know she has children. It's just sad. It's really just sad. I don't even know what else to say. I had to just record this and get these emotions out because I was getting ready to listen, I was sitting in this damn car and talk to myself while I'm driving from A to B, wherever I'm going. And I was like, look, let me just record this and post this to YouTube because it's my community where I live at. This shit ain't just going on here. It's other people in different states and other areas that I'm pretty sure is women like me, that may be a recovering drug abuser, or you ain't got to be somebody that used to do drugs. Just us as black women in our community, we see the youth right now. We see young ladies that could be in our age range. A lot of them are younger. that are struggling with drug problems and are going through, I want to say, a crisis. They need help. And I just really wish that I don't know, man. I've thought about being a social worker just to see how could I help in my own community. Thought about, maybe being a social worker wouldn't be a problem. Try that for a few years to be able to try to see if I could reach out to some young ladies that need help, that I used to be there. So I understand. I can relate, and I can do my best to help. Right now, my busy schedule, and I still have all my children at home. Well, most of them. One of them is not home, but and my kids are older. I don't have little kids. I have one small child, but I don't know. I'm just talking out loud right now because I don't really have the time, but I wouldn't mind maybe 5-10 years from now, once my own children are out of the house and I have free time to maybe try a different career path, to be a social worker and see what I could do to give back to my community and try to help some of these young black women out here, because oh my God, our sisters need help, yo. It's sad, man. It's 3 o'clock. Look, I got before I know it's gonna be time to go to work. I have not had a lot of sleep. I got home and then got off work. I was up till fucking 8:30. Got back up at 12 and gotta be leaving out for work at 5:30. It's 3 o'clock right now. I need to run into the store. I want to go home and lay down for an hour. Child, it ain't enough time in the day. So I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna post another video because I really do want to talk about this Carlee Russell, this situation. Girl, listen, I want to drag her because she had me fucking crying too. And then I see the video yesterday that this shit is a hoax. The details of the story that pissed me off, had me crying and praying and hoping that she's okay. And then the mom and they do an interview and get on there, and the mom gonna say, yeah, she believes, yeah, she fought physically and mentally. The fuck if she did? Are you kidding me? Listen, I love my children unconditionally, but the type of mother I have never been is, and I don't like mothers that are like this. When you know your child is wrong, why are you out here trying to defend your child when you know your child is wrong? It's okay to be there and support your child and have their back, protect them. Okay, I protect my children, but if I know they did something wrong, this is how I've always been since they was very little. If I know they did something wrong, I'm gonna fucking check them, and I'm gonna be on their ass about it. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat nothing and make them think that it's okay. I'm gonna listen, it's not okay. So why would you get on national TV and sit here? First of all, the way that the information got out, spread like bonfire. For her to be a black woman and go missing on a Thursday, and shit, by the next day, everybody knew about it because she was only missing for 48 hours. So they were blessed that they got the national news that they got. And then to get on national TV once she was found and say that she believes, she believes her daughter, she believes the details that just came out from the chief of police. We all knew something wasn't right when they weren't putting out no goddamn Amber Alert or nothing saying, hey, be on the lookout for this person. The description that she gave of the person that made her go over a goddamn fence was red hair with a bald spot in the back. You didn't fight because on the video that we see, the police pulled up within minutes. Within what, a minute? I don't know, 2 minutes of her disappearing off the camera, the footage that we see. So if this person came out the woods and picked you up, then made you go over a fence, if you had to put up a fight and been screaming, Because I be the fuck damn if you gonna pick me up and drag me into the damn woods at 9, 10 o'clock at night. It's dark. And I'm not screaming and hooping and hollering. You on the phone with your peoples, and they heard one scream and then silence. Bitch, y'all would have heard me screaming the whole way. And I'm on the phone with my family. Yo, somebody got me. I'm gonna be yelling somebody's name that's on the other line. Yo, it's somebody out here. You gonna hear me? Get off of me. We fighting. If she had to put up a little bit of a fight, them cops would have pulled up, and even if they didn't see it, they would have heard it. They would have heard something. I mean, come on now. I'm done. I'm gonna leave it for later. Everybody have a blessed day. I love everybody. I'll be back with another video. I'm out. Craziness in this world.